Couple bright spots at Chivas. Richie scored. Cotorro scored. Those wings are hijos de sus madres.
Against Red Bull.
Dios mío. ¿Qué onda, mi Cesar?
¿Cómo andamos?
Hay rodeo este weekend.
Hey, for real.
Have you been to any of them? The Salinas one or the Gilroy one?
Not, no.
The Morgan Hill one?
No, es que me llegan como de repente, or I'm not in the scene, so cuando llegan, I'm like, oh shit, it's this weekend. No, pues, I got plans, or...
En caliente llegan, ¿no?
Yeah.
No, yeah, this weekend, El Fantasma is going to be in Morgan Hill, Los Dos Carnales, and then whoever usually the rodeos have like, I don't know, country artists or something, no?
Yeah.
So the Salinas one was a couple weekends ago.
Yeah. Hollister's was a couple weekends ago as well.
Damn. And se nos pasó. Like, I didn't go to any of them. But
El summer, pues, in general, como que se nos pasó rapidito.
Hasn't been too hot, though.
Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't feel like...
Es lo bonito.
It's summer. I feel like today was like close to 90 or close, algo así.
This whole week is going to be calientón, but not like... We haven't pushed triple digits in a cool minute.
Yeah.
Que es lo bonito, but...
Pues, that's why we pay rent.
Yeah, get out and enjoy the beauty, folks. Salgan afuera, touch a tree, like we say. We got Premier League starting next weekend.
Yeah, already.
Yeah, and it's our top news because we got our Premier League Fantasy, our FPL, folks. It's starting next weekend already. 2 formats. Our draft one is completely full. And that draft one, the boy Nestor Turtles won it last year. Dethroned me. I got second place. Ahí estamos todavía. And then the budget league is there. Unlimited people can join. The bigger the pot, the more prizes for people. We got monthly winners, a whole bunch of fun, folks. If you're listening to this, reach out to us so we can get you locked in there.
Yeah, and don't be afraid of just trying it out. I know a lot of people, a veces se le hace like confusing the formats and this and that. But it's our 3rd year doing it, and we've had a lot of fun. So we'll walk you through how to pick your teams and all that, especially in the budget. I mean, that's the only one that's open. But yeah, reach out if you have any questions. Hopefully it's a lot of fun.
And come join the community on Discord. That's where we do all the talking for all these leagues. Last time it was $625-ish pot. We'll get way above that. Ojalá. We got like a week to do it, so Mission Impossible. We'll get it. And you got to dethrone me in that one budget. I am first place, cabrones.
Yeah, the previous year was Peter, right?
First year was Pedrito. Nobody could catch that for that year. But this year was me, tampoco. Ya casi me chingaban. But speaking of Premier League and everything, we got some nice jerseys.
A huevo, shout out Hedda for this jersey.
That's clean.
If you've never seen it before, don't worry. I didn't either until Hedda bought it for me for my birthday. It's the Ipswich Town. Me dijo el año, pero ya olvidó.
De los 1900 algo.
I showed it to my mom. She's like, ¿qué es eso, el Papa?
Your mom was probably like, sí, déjame
¿Vamos a ir a misa con eso? Okay.
No, yeah, you should show that should be your church shirt.
But it's, I think it's a beer, right?
Yeah, it's a beer.
But yeah, very cool jersey.
Those are basically goal-sided colors, bruh.
Yeah.
It's the red, but it's a blackish, no? Like a really
bluish, huh?
If it were a little bit lighter, I mean, I'm liking those colors, so should we switch them up? Okay. But the cream, también, that cream gold is like our gold también.
It's nice.
Maybe this is where we got the idea from. Quien sabe. But welcome back, folks, to episode 160 of Goal-Sided. Let's get it. Last week we were out. But we did get a Chivas exclusive episode out. I'll probably come up with another one after they fail out of League's Cup.
They already did. But deja que acabe el failure, ¿no? También. Your America fell too, también, so no te hagas. No, I just noticed.
We'll talk about that. But yeah, jam-packed agenda. All about League's Cup for the most part. We did have the Copa America Femenil that wrapped up, which is probably the biggest thing outside of that. But mainly League's Cup is what's going on. Everyone's on break.
Everything's on break, but League's Cup has filled the void. Y como que it's a good, it's a good tournament que están haciendo. Y
it's growing on us como the Club World Cup did.
Yes.
Right? Everyone was bashing on the Club World Cup before it happened. And then all of a sudden, all they wanted to do was watch Club World Cup. And then the previous year's Leagues Cups, when Liga MX didn't really try, I feel like everyone's like, whatever.
Yeah.
But this year, como que le echaron más. The new format made it a little bit fun.
Yeah, it's a lot more interesting porque nomás califican los primeros 4 de cada liga.
Yeah, let's talk about the format. Yeah.
Ándale.
So you got 18 and 18 of each, all of Liga MX, and then MLS. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but 9 of each division make playoffs. So those 18 get to play in Leagues Cup the next year. So no Philadelphia Union did make playoffs last year. I didn't even realize that.
Me neither. Yeah.
So all 18 of those play cross league. You play 3 games against cross league opponents, and then you stay in your league's table, and the top 4 nomás make it through, right? So basically, I don't think you'll lose a single game. I don't think there will be a single team that have lost a game.
Yeah.
You have to have 1, basically 2, and maybe tied 1, and then 1 in penalties because you get the extra point. So
makes it really interesting porque you're guaranteed Liga MX against MLS games
all throughout.
And it's almost, there's 2 games every day or 3 games every day, right?
Today there's 7 games.
Híjole. And then you have fun stories like Pueblita, like winning, or like Mazatlan getting a point here or metiendo goles ahí.
A whole bunch of surprises all throughout. So we'll talk about those surprises in a second. But I mean, coaches kind of gave some of their input on what they think of the tournament. Right. Gonzo Pineda came out after the first match that they lost, and he complained about, they asked him if it was like a fracaso or something, and then he ended up saying like, bro, like, do you understand our jet lag? We were supposed to have flown out this day. We flew out this day. We were supposed to practice that day before. We didn't practice at all. We didn't practice the day that we traveled. No travel, no sleep. How do you expect my players to perform?
Yeah, I saw that because they played Juarez or Tijuana, a border town. Right? No, I think they played in Monterrey. And then from there, they had to, over the weekend, they had to travel back to Atlas to Guadalajara.
No, they skipped that flight, I heard, because they were like, bro, our flight's already fucked up. Like, we're not going to make it to Guadalajara. So they just went straight without seeing their families, without going home.
Otro que hizo complain was Dominic Torrent.
Miami. Mm-hmm.
Dominic Torrent said the same thing. He didn't complain about jet lag, but he basically downplayed Liga MX or Monterrey, saying we don't really care about this tournament, and you can tell by the way we play, by the players we select. Those were kind of his words.
I mean, to each their own, ¿no? ¿Pa qué habla por todos? I mean, si él no quiere meter gente, pues es su pedo, ¿no?
Right, and I feel like una institución como Monterrey, like they should want to win everything they're in. Si se quieren convertir en grandes or have that, you know.
Well, I understand where it's coming from past years, in that like this is like a Mickey Mouse tournament. This is all a nostalgia merchant, is what it is, right? They bring Liga MX teams to sell tickets to Mexican fans and to sell like the subscription to the TV, to MLS, to Mexican fans that want to watch their teams, right? But this year, the winner of it all gets a guaranteed CONCACAF Champions Cup spot, right? So why not if this is such a Mickey Mouse tournament, why not take the easy route and try to win this one? Right. If there are teams like Puebla, Mazatlan that are doing pretty good, I mean, it must not be that hard, right? Can't Monterrey, who tied the great Inter Milan, put up some numbers and make it through? And then at that point, it's quarterfinals. You win 2 more games and
ya estás.
So like, come on, like, is it really that difficult? También El Turco Mohamed came out and said, complained about playing in a baseball stadium with at the New York Yankees stadium, which is where New York City FC plays. And he said that for it to be fair, that those teams have to come to Mexico. And he's like, he said something along the lines of like, you want to see a good stadium? Come to my stadium. Come to our home and see how like you guys do in our stadium. And I was like, fuck.
Well, let's go. It would be really fun. Maybe next year they do it in Mexico because it would, again, because they want to sell Apple subscriptions and they want to sell attendance tickets.
Yeah.
They would for sure sell out games in Mexico. Maybe they wouldn't sell out in Pueblita, right? But Toluca would be packed.
I don't know about
9 out of the 18 stadiums will be packed.
If I could do devil's advocate, they bring it here because the Mexicans fill the stands, right? even in certain games like Chivas New York Red Bulls, it wasn't even full. But the only fans there were Chivas fans. But it was nowhere near full. Right? So if it were against Costa Rican teams and Saprissa, it's going to be completely empty, right? But also same thing if they moved it to Mexico, in my opinion, there are no Americans in Mexico that would increase the number of fans that would be there. So it's either your regular fans that fill your stadiums or kind of fill your stadiums or don't, de Puebla, right? Either they all go or it's going to be less than in the regular league because, I mean, it'll be on a Wednesday, it'll be on a Tuesday, on a Monday, right? So I'm not 100% sure if I buy into saying like Mexico will sell out because I think it's a lot about the new fans coming in the U.S., which in Mexico, there's no Americans that are going to go watch New York Red Bulls. Right. So that I don't know if I think it's all nostalgia in the U.S.
So you don't think they'll ever go, or you don't think it's likely that they go down to Mexico and do this Leagues Cup down there?
I don't think it's likely, and I don't think it's beneficial, but I do think it's fair.
Yes.
I mean, dude, come on. Like, we see it year in and year out. Liga MX teams do terrible in Leagues Cup because it's like a preseason for them. They're only 2 games into the season, and then they take a break. They haven't even gotten all the transfers in. America's like struggling. Like, who do I like? I don't have any superstars when I always have superstars. But yeah, I don't think it'll ever happen in Mexico because I think they made too much money over here. It would be fair though.
Yeah.
What I think would be an interesting thing is maybe they select some border town stadiums, Tijuana, instead of like if Tijuana plays their games, they play in Tijuana. Maybe a quarter of the Liga MX teams play in Tijuana, a quarter of them play in Torreon, a quarter in Monterrey, in the 2 stadiums in Monterrey. And those are Liga MX home stadiums. Like if you want...
I forgot Juarez. I mean, their stadium is whack.
Juarez. I'm dead. But imagine like your America fills out El Volcán or something with their fans. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just thought that like Chivas can fill their stadiums, especially if they're into like the quarterfinals of Leagues Cup. But I do see the point that maybe not Puebla, Querétaro, Mazatlán's get filled during the week just because people work. Maybe Monterrey gets half of the attendance. It's just, I can see it being hard, but I can see maybe if they do take it over there and they do un año allá, un año acá, or something similar to where it grows on both sides of the border to give it that, you know, en vez de ser un Mickey Mouse, dice, no, esta es una rivalidad y tiene que ganar mi América. And maybe that's a little bit further down the line. But I think it would help with the fairness, and it'll get more of a buy-in from the Mexican teams.
I think that's the right path for a rivalry to build.
Yeah.
And it needs to be because I think that's where it's not the goal of the tournament right now to create like an even rivalry or to allow Mexico a chance so that their teams can play at home and don't have to travel. No, the point of it is to sell as much as you can of Liga MX in the U.S., right? Unfortunately. Yeah. But maybe at some point, like I said, maybe a hybrid. Let them play in some stadiums in Mexico. Certain teams don't have to travel or something along those lines. But I saw people saying, why not make it like just, boom, chingadazo, head-to-head World Cups, like full-on elimination. Instead of 18-18, que nomás vengan 8-8. Octavos de final. Vámonos. But then people are like, that's what CONCACAF Champions Cup is.
Yeah, and I think it's too quick, I feel like. As un fugaz, tournament, un torneo fugaz. It's just, I feel like it doesn't have that context or that rivalry donde tienes 3 juegos y sí, empataste uno y lo ganaste en penales, but you still need to win the rest. ¿Verdad? I feel like this format that they're doing now makes it really interesting, and like we've said, you need to win your games. Si no, pues hasta ahí llegaste, and it hopefully gives us a Cinderella story, like in Puebla maybe next time around, or in a Mazatlán, going all the way through and just saying, oh my God, like.
Well, it looked like we were about to get
Puebla.
a Cinderella story this year, because we have in the past.
We've had Mazatlán,
last
right?
year Mazatlán went through. The year before, I think Querétaro might have gone through. So maybe devil's advocate to you is that those past years we had Cinderella stories. This year, we're setting up to not have a single one because the best of the best are going to make it through.
Right.
Maybe just going through it right now, we got Toluca, Pachuca, Tigres, and I think Puebla is about to get knocked off of the top 4 because all 4 of those have played all their 3 games, and there's a bunch of teams below them. Pumas, who's playing right now, about to get eliminated. But
Tigres,
Juárez.
Juárez también les
Juárez.
falta uno. Necaxa, I feel like, has one to go.
San Luis, your American.
No, they're gone.
Yeah. Mazatlan still has a chance. Juárez, yeah. So there are 3 or 4 teams right below them that are going to pass. One of them is going to pass, Puebla, unfortunately. But even one of those, if it was Juárez or Mazatlan, that's a pretty big Cinderella story. The top 4 in MLS right now is, okay, we just got an update. Inter Miami moved all the way up to first place with this win right now. Orlando is second, smacking Necaxa a second ago, 5-1. Portland third, and Columbus in fourth. And this one seems to be a lot more locked down. The only one that can really sneak in there is Seattle. If Seattle beats Tijuas right now. But let's get into some games. Let's start with maybe our teams first. We got to face the music. They are both statistically eliminated. So is Cruz Azul. So is Monterrey, Chivas, America, like we said. So is basically Atlas at this point. So is Monterrey. So is León, Santos, who we all knew would get eliminated. But your America, Cesar. So far, they have 1 draw versus Real Salt Lake, and they lost in penalties. And then they had a draw versus Minnesota, and they won in penalties there. What are your thoughts so far on their performances?
Just lackluster. We've scored some goals, but, I mean, Real Salt Lake was doing okay. I feel like America needed to win both of these games. Minnesota, I mean, for the past few seasons, has done well.
They're a good team.
Yeah, they're a good team. But, I mean, it just continues the same form they had in Liga MX. It all started desde el juego contra Toluca en la final. Luego fuimos a jugar contra LAFC for that Club World Cup ticket that we lost as well. Copa de Campeones, we lost to Toluca. That's the third one. And now starting off the league, okay, play some shitty teams that we won. Played a stronger team, and you're like, just no superstars. Nobody that can say, I'm going to save this team. We thought maybe it was Sendejas. We thought maybe it was Brian Rodriguez. But Malagón started doing bad. Kevin, I've been le he estado echando mucha tierra a él, both on Discord and on the pod before, but just not helping us out. It's not the same Kevin that we thought we got from Pachuca.
So what they
a lot.
Let's maybe talk
Extremely
about
frustrating.
Let's talk about the solutions that the team is trying to come together with. They brought in La Pantera Zúñiga, who's their striker, and then now they brought in Saint Maximin, but with the blockbuster transfer, one of the biggest ever in Liga MX, but he's not here in time for Leagues Cup. I think it's going to be a little bit still. Who did they get rid of? There are rumors that they got rid of Diego Valdez, which was big. I think not necessarily because he left, like he was doing so well, but I think you got rid of the idea of him también, como que like
su juego más que nada.
Yeah, he wasn't at that level, but maybe when you get rid of him, you bring somebody that does the same thing, but better. Y como que I don't see that. Hidalgo's not, obviously can't do everything. Jonathan doesn't do what Valdez does.
He's a bit older, it doesn't. Yeah, there's no like un glue que nos ayude a retener el balón, que nos ayude a get creative and crack down defenders. It's very like we want to be direct, but no nos salen las cosas, so we don't have a Diego Valdez who can give the team a pause and help us create something out of nothing. And then it doesn't help that we give goals on corners. Like the game against Minnesota was the only game we haven't conceded from a corner.
That's wild because I think they're good on set pieces. They got some big motherfuckers too.
Yeah, we had Lignoski and we were like, okay, cool. We have him. He can header. We're good at the back. Ya no nos van a meter gol, but got a red, got 2 reds, one in league, one in Leagues Cup. It's just not helping.
But you're maybe let's break it down a little bit. Some players también, your boy Malagón has been getting a lot of hate. In the first matchup in penalties, a lot of people were making fun of him, saying that he got outclassed by Rafa Cabral, the Brazilian keeper, the Real Salt Lake. Somebody even updated the Wikipedia de la América or de Rafa Cabral, saying that he was the daddy de la América.
Yeah. It just goes back to Malagon hasn't been in form. You need a goalie to come up big in penalties. Mm-hmm. He just didn't do it. And Rafael Cabral did for Salt Lake City. Diego Luna did for Salt Lake City.
He scored a goal. Yeah. And he's come out and said that he wants to play for América. So maybe it was a little bit of a chip on his shoulder type game. Yeah. Para decir like, hey, cabrones, aquí estoy if you guys need me.
And it'd be really good to have him porque him and Sendejas know each other. They're good friends. And he plays a similar, like a 10, like an old school 10 que retiene el balón, que busca la jugada en corto.
Maybe he could be that Valdez.
Yeah, maybe he could be that Valdez replacement. Because we for sure know that St. Maximin isn't that replacement.
No, St. Maximin is tied to La Banda and maybe not in his most dedicated top form. No?
I don't know. Como que me da un Javairo 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, St. Maximin, since he was at Newcastle, I remember him. Andaba con sus... Like, he was amazingly talented, but hacía sus babosadas, like his fucking with his legs. And then he had the Gucci headband. Yeah. And como que hacía demasiado. And then I think Mourinho came out and said that something along the lines of like that he was asking people, does the stadium have like an elevator? Because he's going to need it because he doesn't do stairs or something. Like calling him fat and stuff. So not coming in his best moment, I think is fair to say for St. Maximin, but who knows? You might get the best out of him. And then they, like we said, they drew against Minnesota, but then Malagon came up huge there, bro.
Yeah.
The last minute save, like
beautiful
punched
save.
It. Like,
yeah. I saw Twitter light on fire. Hercules Gomez, one of them saying, what a save. Like, one of the greatest save he's ever seen, dijo. And I was like, bro, like, yes, amazing save, but holy shit, about time you give us something. A lot of people tweeting him and saying, oh my God, it's like the Ochoa save that he did against Neymar in 2014. Again, the cálmense, güey, is like, he finally got us something. This is what we need from a Club America goalkeeper. Now, I'm not asking for it every game, but I'm also saying you can't ghost us for like a month and a half, both in Selección and Liga MX, and then you make a nice save and me give you all the flowers in the world.
Yeah. Like, so it's almost like that should be expected. No hay que alzarlo.
No hay que alzarlo, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, get back to that level every game. And yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Keep it going. I need to see this every game.
I think in penalties, he didn't save any of them, right? I think one went over the bar. And that was the one that gave them that win. Let me just triple check that.
Yeah, Nicolás Romero is on a miss, and then Isaías Violante, un fierrazo de penalty que metió, and yeah, got us those 2 points.
Yeah, got you guys the 2 points that you guys have right now. Let's move it on to my Chivas, who also has to face the music. We also have 2 points. I have to face the music because on the episode that I did about Chivas, the preview for the Leagues Cup, I said that they should be getting, in my mind, I thought they'd get 7 points. Right now, the maximum they could get is 5 points, which is not that bad. I did say on there, caveat, folks, if it gets ugly, they could get 4 points. Because I thought no matter what, they would have to beat New York Red Bulls. And I thought no matter what, they had to get a draw against Charlotte. And then I was like, La van a tener cabrón, good luck against Cincinnati. Like, I don't know if they could even get a draw. They've been getting better each game, so maybe that gives us a little bit of a chance. But there's no chance to move on, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, my prediction did not come through. They lost against New York Red Bulls. New York Red Bulls had their second squad in. Puro pinche youngsters, way. They didn't have Choupo-Moting. They didn't have Emil Forsberg. They didn't have any of their stars out. And Chivas was playing así como que calmitas, güey. El Roberto Alvarado, como siempre, güey. We were just like, oh, la regué. Whatevers, bro. It's chill. Yo vivo en Guadalajara. I don't care. And I was like, bro, like, run for your teammate. Ayúdense. Hagan algo. And como que that sloppiness of just Chivas DNA, of just like full squad of Mexicanos, is still there underneath. Que like Milito hasn't grinded out of that team. Unfortunately, they set themselves up for failure. The second half happens. They don't put their goal away. Who does put it away? The guy that's been to Europe and has had an amazing career, Emil Forsberg. He puts one away in the 97th off of a set piece. And everyone blames Tala Rangel, another Mexican goalkeeper, because it was right behind his wall. He had a player under the barrera, but it still went right over.
Wow, yeah. It must have been a golazo then.
It was a golazo. It was
really
well
good
placed.
goal. Yeah.
But maybe, like you mentioned before, maybe that's one of those where, you know what? You need a hero, and you were our hero at a certain point. Yeah. So, like, como que haz algo.
Yeah, it just watching that Chivas, it's like if I would see the Chivas from 20 years ago do something like that, it'd be like unrecognizable.
Well, I mean, the Chivas from 20 years ago, bro, it wouldn't matter what game it was. Like, and it wouldn't matter if you got the third string, fourth string, fifth string guy with the 1,000 number on his back. Like, le va a echar unas pinches ganas, bro. In a scrimmage, they beat Barcelona.
Yeah.
And Marco Fabian was doing chilenas and fucking like...
El Cabrito Arellano just flying down the line.
Cabrito Arellano taking everybody. He's like, what's your name? I don't know who you are, bro. To
Mexican, like, Jonathan?
No, but like to like the Barcelona players, I don't go fuck who you are, bro. I'm gonna fucking take you down the line. But
that's what I'm saying.
It's like, a different Chivas now.
Yeah.
And instead of going out and dominating an MLS squad, which they played better.
Right.
But, bro, you're not on the score sheet. And tampoco como que eres Barcelona tiki-takaing around them. You just had a better match. Unfortunate you didn't score. Pero ellos sí te clavaron una, güey. And that's how you learn your lessons.
And I think Roberto Alvarado, con esas ganas, pues, tells you a lot about the team, or at least what they think of this tournament. If he's not trying his little heart out there, they're not mentally want to be in this tournament. They don't care about it as much as maybe we do, or they should care. Por eso me recuerda eso, te digo, like in Copa Libertadores, there's no way they would have played like that.
Yeah.
They would have played 1,000 times better.
And there's just a throwback to when they eliminated La U de Chile in Santiago 2-0.
To make it to the final.
Make it to the final that they ended up losing. But like, las ganas de un equipo mexicano, de puros mexicanos con jugadores de barrio, like random fools, like Héctor Reynoso, what are you doing almost winning a Libertadores?
Yeah.
And going to Santiago, smacking them in the mouth, one of the most historic teams of South America, to make it to the final. Ya ni es un esqueleto de eso. That's the frustrating thing. It's a bit of a spiel, even though it's a Mickey Mouse tournament, but it's frustrating. I don't have too many notes on that match other than Chivas did okay. Not bad. Because it's so new for Milito, I can say they're hopefully getting better in el proceso. They asked Milito if he thinks it was a fracaso already. And he said that no. He's like, we're working. Hicieron, Vasco style. Hicieron la tarea y no salieron las cosas, so we'll move on. And they did move on. They tied versus Charlotte. They were winning. They were winning 1-0, and then Cotorro had a beautiful goal. And then at the last minute, también les metieron el gol del empate a ellos.
Vargas.
Off of también another mistake de Rangel. Shot a tiro libre with no angle at all. And he hits a keeper post. No angle at all. And apparently Rangel gets mad at La Hormiga, who he put like 5 yards in front of the post towards the ball. And La Hormiga jumps, doesn't reach it, and it goes in. And Tala doesn't even make the run over. Falls into the goal. And then he gets up and gets pissed off at La Hormiga. Hey, Mom, what are you doing? And it's like, what do you want him to do? Fucking jump, like hit the post with his head? Or like, it's your goal, way también. If there's no ángulo, how are you letting it get in there? It was a beautiful shot, but in the last minute again, a la Chiva, lately. Yeah. It was just frustrating. That was your 3 points that would have had you statistically still in it. Y pues no se dio.
Yeah, and especially for you guys, I feel like this Leagues Cup was equally as important de que hicieran un buen papel.
Yeah.
Porque it would have gave you a good boost going into league to have a good liga.
Yeah.
Go into liguilla. Because perdiendo eso y haciendo este papelón, you guys are going to go back and esos fantasmas that we're just not good enough, we're just same old story with Chivas, are going to creep in. Y I don't know if it's going to it's going to affect you in the long run, but I mean, I for sure know this team is like, yo, like we're just not cut out for this or stuff like that.
Yeah, but maybe I can see it in a different angle because I see two stories coming from America and Chivas. I could see America needing to get back to glory, right? You guys need to turn that leaf and to show that on an international scale at some point, les va a salir la cosa. Right? And then it didn't happen. And then for Chivas, there's a little bit of wiggle room because it's like new técnico, have to refresh a new system. But you need to do well in this league, in this cup, to show that you're progressing in your league. Come over here, smack some fools around. Maybe no te salen las cosas, you don't win it, but come back. Vámonos a ganar la pinche liga, cabrones, right? And it's not that way. Yes, you can say that maybe they're getting better. If they beat Cincinnati, I'm probably gonna be very happy going back. Right. I think that could still help. But at the end of the day, we're looking at it now more of like, how are they going to come back and do better in league if they did not make it through? And like I said, I could still see it being positive if they beat Cincinnati because that shows like getting better.
Tropezones, but able to recover. And
Tropezones with the 97th minute goal, with the 90th minute goal that took away some points from you. But at the end of the day, smacking Cincinnati, the top team in MLS, cool. Come back, win a game against a tough team, cool. Ahí vamos, right? Yeah. But para que eso pase, tienen que pasar cosas. And beating Cincinnati is not easy at all.
And we're like, y eso dijimos at the start of this, que they were going to do good.
Oh, my God. They go to penalties against Charlotte. Luis Romo misses the first one for Chivas. He gets a free. He does his little pasito.
Which is, if I can say something, I'm not a Chivas fan, but Romo should be pissing you the fuck off.
No, I like Romo, how he's been playing. And penalties-wise, he does that his entire life, his entire career. So, like, that doesn't piss me off.
Missing penalties, but he gave up a penalty against Leon like 3 weeks ago.
He didn't do the foul.
Yes, he did.
No, wasn't he the one that kicked it back?
He's the one. Oh, yeah, he's on the.
Yeah, he left it. He left it there instead of kicking it out.
Guti was on that.
So like I get it, but at the same time, I see him working more for this team than Piojo, as far as like garra y nomás. Come on, motherfuckers. So right now I see a couple bright spots at Chivas. Richie scored. Cotorro scored. Those wings are. Hijos de sus madres.
Against Red Bull,
Dios mío.
Richie Ledesma se le salieron el carácter and he showed character, which is something that
they're sweating the jersey, those two, and that's what your transfers should do. But your transfers can't come and show that they are levels above everybody else. The guys that are the best players there have to show face. That's Piojo Alvarado. You have to show up and be like, hey, bro, I'm the star player here, not you.
Seleccionado and just won the Gold Cup.
Eric Gutierrez is the captain. He's got to show up and be like, hey, I know you guys are on the wing, but yo aquí en medio, güey, yo muevo todo.
Capitán, ándale.
But they're levels below. And lo bueno es que llegaron Efraín Álvarez, who's balling, like slowly getting better. Cotorro's balling out, I'll call it that. También Richie Ledesma. So it's like A+ on those signings, my guys. Javier Mier and fools that did that. But like, ¿qué onda con los demás?
Yeah.
Like, they need a fucking... How's your other best player? Aguirre, that fool that came from LA Galaxy. Daniel Aguirre, like some random fool in the back. Like, he's balling out.
Hey.
And you're just like, come on. Like, you need a little bit more balance in how good the team is. Yes, you brought... Tampoco Richie Ledesma. He went to New York City FC and he didn't even do that well. So, like, I get he's a baller, but, like, come on, everyone else.
Yeah.
Play at their level. But, no, huge kudos to El Cotorro. I like Luis Romo, though. So, no fucking hate the Luis Romo, cabrón. But he missed it. You always look bad when you do a mamoncito thing.
Sí, you look worse.
If you do a panenka, everyone's going to... Why do you do a panenka? Wait, si la meto? ¿Y si la meto qué? ¿Quién me dice algo?
Yeah.
He walks to the ball, and then he dinked it. He dinked it to the post.
Oh, he hit the post. Okay.
Which he always, with the Selección de Mexico, him and Raúl Jiménez, they got like a squad of fools that like make every single one.
Yeah, but Raul Jimenez, doesn't miss.
I've seen that full miss. Goddamn. But my thoughts on Chivas so far: get better, keep doing better, beat Cincinnati, play your hearts out against it, y a seguirle. But
seguirle echando gas.
No. A couple other call-outs. Any other ones that you got, Cesar? Let's bring them up. But a big surprise, El Pueblota, 6 points, bro.
Puebla doing well. It's this last game that they played against
Montreal.
They went down to Montreal went down to 10 men. Pueblita tried their best, and they got that second goal. Marin is the one that scored. Echándole gas. We called them out at the league the first 3 jornadas. Que están jugando con muchos morros y mucha...
They were getting smacked around, though, but...
Mucha gente que maybe are getting a second chance.
Prestados, too.
Y prestados. But, I mean, League's Cup, at least for these teams, Pueblas, the Mazatlans, the Querétaros, the Juárez.
It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity for them to jugar juntos and show themselves to maybe the U.S.
They just got to bring it back to Liga MX, bro. Like, every time Querétaro...
does well y
llegan y les da miedo. They're like, I'm sorry.
La Mauser.
But that goal that the Puebla scored against New York City, bro, they look like fucking prime Barcelona. They were like tiki-taka.
The first one, right?
Yeah, and it was the dudes from freaking... El Esteban Lozano was in the play from Americano. Like, who's that guy?
Desde cuando juegan así? Maybe I should watch El Viernes Botanero more.
Yeah, maybe there's a lot of talent there. No, see? But yeah, like we mentioned, América, Monterrey, Cruz Azul, Chivas, León are all out, and they won 0 games.
Atlas winning 0 games is crazy.
No, all of these combined did not win a game, right? América won 1 in penalties, Chivas won 1 in penalties, Monterrey won in penalties. Pero de cancha, decir que yo gané el pinche partido.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
All of those teams, 0 so far. Una vergüenza, bro. ¿No les da vergüenza?
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 teams. Chivas. Oh, no, también Chivas.
No, that's what I'm telling you, bro. It's not very... Any other big stories to call out in all of this?
Any from MLS? I don't see any, but... I mean, Orlando, Columbus, the usuals, Inter, Portland.
No, pero
Portland are winning now.
I'll go to talk about.
America's down 1-0.
I bet Portland would win.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, at least you're getting something out of it.
I bet, yeah.
We can't qualify, so whatever.
Let's go. I also bet Minnesota, San Luis, both teams to score, so ahí me falta una. A ver qué pasa. No, but what will come out of this is going to be a bunch of transfers generally. You know, Liga MX teams get their eye on the top forward de este equipo. Hey, ¿quién es ese güey? Como que lo quiero para mi equipo. Hey, tráemelo.
¿Y qué nacionalidad no lo podemos naturalizar?
America has already rumored that that they want what's his name, Diego Rossi from Columbus, a little short dude.
Honestly, that would hit because he plays like that 10 role también.
He's like Valdez, just a little bit more ágil. There's rumors that Evander should go somewhere in Liga MX.
Nah, America. I don't want him.
You don't like him?
He went from Portland to a team in the
Cincinnati.
And
they're the best team in the league.
He missed a penalty.
I know he missed it, but he's the best player in MLS, bro. You need him. Right now, what it's looking like if they move on, imagine like a Toluca versus Columbus, like a Pachuca versus Orlando, like a Tigres versus Inter Miami. I think that's kind of like a clásico.
Yeah, a bunch of Argentinians in both of those teams.
No, for sure.
Did you see that 17, 16, 17-year-old, the LAFC? Una jugadota on the left side. I think he ended up getting
David Martinez, the dude that scored the brace.
Yeah.
I think he's like 17, 18.
Yeah, Venezolano.
Yeah.
Just balled out. And I just want to hate on Nahuel because how he dove for that goal was terrible.
Nahuel needs to get out of there.
He needs to go, blah.
What's his name? El morro that's behind him from Querétaro.
Yes. What's his name? Fernando Tapia.
He's just warming up the bench there.
¿Cómo se llama? Roberto Tapia.
Hola. He's not even on the bench. But yeah, your América tu corazón is losing against Portland. Y van a ganar, pero para su casa.
Need a good smacking.
That's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, Jardine needs to get a grip on this team. Baños, la billetera. Si no, se hace lo de St. Maximin, otro. Búscate otro.
I mean, That's one of those situations where you're like, bro, he already put everything he got in St.
In that
Maximin.
one.
Do you like that transfer?
Not really. Mainly because we
Con eso
have
puedes agarrar dos.
Sendejas, Brian Rodriguez, y ahí está Violante también. We need a really good center mid or center attacking mid. O hasta tráeme un center mid que le eche a Fidalgo, que le eche al chiquito Rodriguez y que le eche a Jonathan. Because I feel like I also want a right back, but if we can figure out the center mids position, I think we'll be more balanced. And we'll have the ball more. We'll be that like that America that won that first championship.
It's going to be tough. You guys need Henry back, too. I think it's
Henry or La Pantera, I feel like we're covered there.
Henry's starting to get minutes. He played the last little bit in a Hail Mary attempt this last game. Pues no está ahí todavía, ¿no?
Pues no, pero es lo mismo. It's just not quality in the center mid, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Favorite goal of the tournament? We've seen some bangers.
We have maybe that Forsberg one.
Seas mamón. De Paulinho, the Chilena.
Paulinho. Oh, yeah.
The Helinho kicked it up, and Sami Sadovnik called it. He's like,
dude, that one needs to come back to Telemundo, bro.
He is for Prem. He'll be there, but they just get subcontracted. Right now, folks, if you guys haven't seen on the Apple TV coverage, the Spanish is like all of our favorite commentators, bro. It's all the guys from TUDN from back in the day. Pablo Ramirez is even on there doing it with Jesus Bracamontes. There's so many games. There's like 7 games at the same time, and they have commentators for every single one in Spanish. And it's the top ones. It's Sami Sadovnik.
Damn, Apple really be...
They pumped out. I want to le echaron la billetera ellos sí.
Maybe.
The goal today, some fool from Orlando scored a banger. Y luego estuvo el de... ¿Quién más? There was a world... el de Pedro de la Vega versus Cruz Azul. The freaking...
Oh, yeah.
The crazy crossover.
That's probably the best one.
But I did see an argument que le pegó uno con el empeine with the inside. So he kind of like guided it in, which was smart. It was brilliant to do that.
Yeah, but
no le pegó seco así.
No, sí, but to get it like the way... The cross y luego de pegarle así de primera, bro, that's crazy.
A little bit more recent news in goals. Luis Suarez just scored a penenca on el morro del Pumas, pinche culero, a la verga.
Yeah, Inter Miami needs to be stopped.
No, bro. Like, he saw that fool's number on his jersey. It was 3 digits on the back of the jersey. Está morro.
Yeah.
He got a penalty gifted. Rigged.
Y lo se va a poner la tejana el güey.
Bro, that shit's wild. No, but he literally hit a penenca on a kid, bro. That was so fucked up.
That's disrespectful.
They went to Keylor right after on the camera, and that fool immediately went for his water. He's like, as a keeper, bro, yo creo te da ansiedad. No, you're like, bro, come on, what the?
Yeah, you're saying I should be the one in there. Maybe he would have done it differently.
Y lo también, maybe he has something extra, bro. He was at Madrid the whole time that these fools
for real.
Era
Messi,
rivalidad.
Busquets, Jordi, yeah.
Imagine he's in there and he's like, otra vez. Yo te gané todas esas champions y ahorita otra vez te lo va a hacer, cabrón.
Aquí, cabrón. Ándale. Let's go. I got you.
That would have been epic, though, him against Suarez for a penalty.
Yeah.
And if Suarez would have penenca'd him también.
Nah, I don't think he would have.
Madrazos. That calls for fisticuffs. All right, let's move it on, folks. We are excited about Leagues Cup, if you couldn't tell. But we got a bunch of stuff coming. We got Premier League coming, so we'll have a lot more to talk about.
Premier League Championship. Todas las ligas in Europa are starting in the next 2-3
Liga
weeks.
MX will start up again. Y todo. What finished up this weekend, which you told you guys we wanted to talk a little bit more about, Copa America Femenil.
A huevo.
We had la final. It was star-studded. It was amazing. It was action-packed. It was probably one of the wildest games of soccer I've seen in a good while, like back and forth.
Yes.
No doubt. This was crazy. Brazil versus Colombia ended up 4-4 after added extra time. And then Brazil ended up winning it at penalties. Heartbreak para las cafeteras.
Yeah, complete heartbreak. But I think I just want to point out, like, we've called it out, I feel like, for the past month, that women's soccer from the Euros to Copa America that we kind of forgot started, but we picked it up and to make it. Esta final could have been like the best final that could have happened for women's footy. Porque un juegazo que se echaron back and forth, como tú dijiste, if you haven't watched women's soccer, I'll say it again, you have to because it's amazing.
Get in
it's
there.
really good.
No, and we got some amazing examples this summer. Hopefully people got a glimpse of them and we'll start watching it more now because the women's Euros was crazy packed with action. And then now seeing it in Copa America, some of the group stages were really one-sided. Like Argentina was smacking fools. Pobrecito Peru. Sorry,
Pobrecito Bolivia.
Peruvians, but Bolivia and like these teams were struggling. But the knockout rounds got really good. Argentina got eliminated early in them. And then now we got Colombia, Brazil, probably 100% the two strongest.
Yes.
And it's the ones that have invested the most in those areas. Like Colombia with some stars like Linda Caicedo, Ramirez that plays at Chelsea. And it showed up. Colombia was up 1-0. Then they were up 2-1. And then they were up 3-2. Y no pudieron.
Yeah.
It was crazy. They go for it.
Golazos. The Colombia first goal was a really good goal by Caicedo.
Linda Caicedo,
who slotted it away. The first goal to Brazil was a banger as well. But the second goal to Brazil, do you remember that one? One where she brings it down with her chest.
Yeah. It was a sub striker, some tall.
Some tall girl.
Yeah, she brings it down and then just like the tres dedos almost like puts it away.
Megs the defender. It was a beautiful goal. When I seen that, me sorprendí because I was like, bro, like
they were
la calidad.
They were breaking out everything. And speaking of technical ability, the 2-1 de Colombia though was the Brazil defender getting a ball that went over. Not checking where your keeper's at. And they always tell you, folks, for the kids watching at home, if you give it to your keeper, you try to give it to the right foot that they use, right, to that side. But 100%, you put it away from goal. You should not be passing it in the direction of the goal. Por las recontra malditas dudas that the keeper's just not there, it won't go in. But she did. She kicked it right around her keeper to the goal. Beautiful own goal.
Yeah, it's the very first thing they taught us over the weekend. I went to a goalkeeper course. Always pass it away from goal. And even at the professional levels.
But yeah, literally that, dude. Like that's why now they teach keepers, right? If your center back's got it, you go like way out, right? You become another center back basically next to them. Pa que no te la den a la portería. But they had to learn their lesson. That was the 2-1. Like you said, we get a 2-2. Right before the game was about to end, we get a goal on a beautiful breakaway de Caicedo again to Ramirez, la de Chelsea, for an easy a beautiful finish. And we think it's over. Ya se va a acabar. Ya acábalo, árbitro. Yeah. And then Marta comes off the bench right before that goal. Yeah. And people are like, no, pues ya se va a retirar. But at the end of the day, you got to respect the GOAT, bro. Everybody sees her as the best women's player of all time, no matter what.
Pioneer, right? To make it popular.
The pioneer, but also the best player of all time. She's been regarded, no matter how many good players the U.S. has had, how many players England's had, or whatever, that she is the GOAT from Brazil. Doesn't have as much funding as the U.S., but still, she's the best player. And beautiful shot, bro. De un rebote le cayó. In the 90th, at the 96th minute, y le pega seco, bro. Yeah. She hit that shit perfectly.
If you're Brazil and you wanted last minute goal, last minute rebote así, you wanted to go to Marta.
I know.
This is the reason why.
When I saw it come out, I was like, damn it, somebody's gonna hit it, la va a volar.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Marta's probably over here on the ground somewhere because they were all bunched up. And then they're like, it's coming to Marta, and I was like, let's go. Y mocos, golazo, bro.
Yeah. Un golazo, and we go to extra time after that.
Extra time. There, the Brazilian women get their goal first.
To make it 4-3.
Another goal to Marta. Yes. They were up 4-3. It sounded beautiful. Marta's winning you the game. She tied you the game. She's winning you the game now. It can't possibly go bad at this point. And a Hail Mary goal. The Colombia, they get a foul right outside of the box, and out of nowhere, La Lacey Santos, I think she plays for Galatasaray. No, for Washington Spirit, she plays. Okay. So she's here with our homegirl, Rebecca Bernal, the Mexican center back. She plays for Washington, and she gets a super silky smooth free kick. Vámonos a penales, cabrones. Y'all thought it was over.
Golazo. That was another golazo.
And you just see the stands for like every goal. Vamos, Brazil, vamos, Colombia. Everybody's just turning up. The coaches are fired up.
Throughout the game, like it panned to one coach. Y luego 10 minutes later to the other coach.
I'm telling you, the excitement in this game was like unmatched. They go to penalties. Everyone's kind of, I think for the most part, they're pretty good now.
Yeah, they were bangers. Even the penalties were bangers.
Everyone thinks Marta's got it at that point. She has the game winner. You're like, it has to go down in the history books like this. She's about to retire pretty soon. And she misses her penalty, bruh.
Yeah, it would have been the 4-2 and seal the deal.
You give Colombia a little bit to breathe, but at the end of the day, La Jorlin Carvalho missed her penalty, and Brazil gets their win.
Back to back, I think.
So, yeah, back to back Copa America Femeninas. A huge heartbreak for Colombia, who also lost, I think, in semifinals at the last World Cup to Spain.
Yeah.
So
eventual champions.
And they were winning 2-0 in that game.
So they gave up the lead again.
So they're huge heartbreak 2 times in a row for las colombianas, las cafeteras. Better luck next time, but las Brazilians, they got to celebrate that day.
Yeah. Copa America Femenina. Can't wait for the next one, because we're going to tune in every match. And hopefully, the funding comes back around for teams like Uruguay, for teams like Peru, Chile, who could really use it, because Chile's men's side has been struggling for about 2 World Cup cycles now.
Invest on the other side, man.
Invest on the women's side.
If you can't do it on the men's side, I'm going to las chavas, they'll help you out. And the dual nationals are going to be coming around too. You already know. They come for the Peruvian Americans, the Argentina Americans, the D1 athletes that are here. They can go out there and they can ball out for them too. We know one of the homegirls is in plays for the Peruvian team de vez en cuando. All right, so let's bring it on home with a couple of other local matches. Cesar, we had NSPL over the weekend. ¿Qué es esa madre?
Esa madre is the National Soccer Professional League. It's the National Premier Soccer League. You had Los Famosísimos Farolitos against Hickory FC from North Carolina.
¿Quién chingados son esos güeyes?
I know. So, a bit of a background. It's a little town on the west side of North Carolina, and it just started because there was a tavern made by hickory wood under a hickory tree, and ahí se hizo la pinche town. Anyways, a lot of diversity in this team. A bunch of Argentinos, a bunch of Colombianos, Españoles.
On the Hickory one.
On the Hickory side.
Damn. Same as Farolito.
Same as Farolito. Yeah, a lot of Colombians. They came over to Kezar Stadium. The stadium was about 1,000 people.
That's where it was? We should have gone.
Yeah,
Damn, I didn't even know it was
didn't know what was going on, yeah.
Damn.
Pero terminaron 2-1, or no, 3-2 in favor of Hickory FC. Their first win in their history. Now they got a nice little golden star on their badge. Their badge is really cool, so you should look it up. That's a badge.
That should have been us, man.
Yeah, and it was popping. It's another league that gets good numbers, has good stories, and tiene que haber pro real aquí en el.
I thought Farolito had just gone, because I think it's separate their amateur championship, right? And they just won that. So they just won the amateur championship. And
they're in like 3 different leagues.
Yeah,
this is one of them. I think they're in the national
amateur league or
NASL,
something.
Algo así.
And so then
están in the leagues. There's another one called the leagues.
That's just the SF one, no?
No, the leagues is all over the U.S.
Oh,
they're trying to start. Yeah,
but this one here is like their highest one, because this one is more professional.
Correct.
The other one is still for non-professional amateur. They won that one.
Yeah.
To my understanding, in like fucking New Hampshire or something. They went all the way out there, flew out there. There was one guy with the Farolito flag in the stands. So they won that one. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it through in this. Damn.
And then they also play their local San Francisco league as well. That's pretty.
I'm sure they got different players though.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, Farolito be playing. We also had the USL 2 championship at Vermont Green against FC Ballard. Both of these games, the NSPL and the USL, their badges are amazing. So check out all 4 teams' badges.
Vermont Green is always on like top jerseys. Like they're so sick.
Their stuff. Yeah, Ballards as well. Amazing fans, even better badges. Even a Bernie Tifo.
The Bernie Veil. I love that. Bernie was even posting about it too. Like Twitter. My local team, cabrones, desde la cuna. He said something along those lines.
About 5,000, close to 6,000 people everywhere. It's como like a high school stadium.
Yeah, it's just like the half stands.
Yeah, the half stands, but on both sides, and then on the goal side, both goal sides, there's like chain link fences and people behind there también. It was popping. Vermont Green won 2-1. Goal by Maxi Kissel, who also scored for the Vermont State University to win the NCAA tournament a year ago. Damn. And he was a hero again
Mr.
this time
Clutch.
So yeah, a bunch of semi-pro or professional championships, these two, and it just shows that there's a lot of lower league fandom. Y se tiene que hacer la cosa, man.
Yeah, a lot of people were tweeting about it saying like, bro, we need promotion relegation. Like, this shit's in the 4th division in the middle of nowhere. Like, imagine, bro, like little towns, like, or medium-sized towns where everybody just goes to the game. That's the vibe in England, right? In the 6th division, in the national division, and the non-league sides.
Yeah.
Dejen que let people have some fun.
Make it a small town thing, donde la gente sale después de trabajar y they go to the pub or they go to the stadium and have some fun, take the kids. I have coworkers in the club that I work for who are English, and they always told me as soon as like you turn 3 or 4, like that you can remember, you have to choose a team, and it's the closest team that's closest to you, who are in the top 2 or 3 leagues or in the Prem, that you go for. You don't go for anybody else, and that's how you build the relationship with the local footy in that area. Like, you have to do the same thing here para que crezca el fútbol.
That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, Morgan Hill here, we're getting a
UPSL team.
UPSL,
which
USL. I thought it was USL 2.
No, it's
UPSL. Okay.
Yeah.
Pues algo es algo.
Otra liga, but it's a semi-pro league as well.
I mean, yeah.
Van a jugar con los de Ariana FC.
Hey, against your old squad. Yeah. I mean, Morgan Hill's got talent. So Gilroy's got talent. Everything aquí al sur of San Jose. So we need a strong team so we could go watch them. I mean, that would be perfect. Imagine here after work, I just go watch some semi-pro footy. Estaría chido.
And it's not like terrible tampoco.
Oh, they're good quality, bro. Yeah, even high school, it's good quality to go watch. All right, folks. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll bring you on home with some games to watch. Decided hit me with them.
Let's go. We have like we mentioned, the championship starts in England. Birmingham City, the Tom Brady's team against Ipswich Town.
Deadpool's team.
Puros pinches tractors. Tractor FC. Yeah, Tom Brady's been going on interviews promoting soccer, saying it's the same thing as American football, which with the same passion, I should say.
Okay.
I don't know, senor. Pero yeah, tune in. Championship starts this weekend. Excited for both top tier leagues in England to start.
Did you see the snippet from their show? Birmingham has a show too.
Oh, I did not.
And it was filmed when Wayne Rooney was the coach. And Tom Brady shows up to a practice, to like a film session with Wayne Rooney, and como que he gave tips to Wayne Rooney and the team or something. And then on the drive home, the camera is still there, and he's like, I don't know if I like his passion. I don't know. I don't think he's fit
on
for
Rooney's?
It. About Rooney.
About Rooney. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then they fired him. Like I don't know if that's on the show, but like in real, like what we know they fired him, and then they got a new coach who brought them all the way from 3rd tier now to the championship. And
so they're recently promoted as well.
Yeah, they just this season.
Oh wow.
What's his name? Jude Bellingham's brother promoted with them.
Yeah.
But now he's with Borussia Dortmund. I'm gonna follow your tracks in the championship. We got Southampton, who I'm wearing today, against Wrexham FC. Wrexham just got promoted 3 times in the past 3 years, but they're officially in the big boys league now. The one that forms men out of children, and that makes children go home and cry back to the third tier if they cannot make it against a big opponent in Southampton. I'm going to be tuning in because low-key, I want them to lose.
You want Wrexham to lose?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm an underdog guy, so I know they're the underdogs coming up, but they're the big money. They're the new money. Yeah. They're the TV show guys. They're kind of getting
annoying, to be honest. No offense. At first, it was cool, but now it's like...
in my opinion, Southampton's going to teach them a lesson. But they did get some good players. They got Danny Ward from fucking Leicester. They got some names.
No, Sunderland is the one that got Granit Xhaka. I'm going to take it to the Bolivian first-tier league. I'm going to take it there because we have...
You're going to watch it?
Nacional Potosí, whose badge... I've been all about badges this episode. Their badge looks almost identical to the River Plate one. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
They're playing the Strongest, which is also an interesting name in Bolivia. The Strongest is in second place right now, so they're looking to get first place and end up the season really well. But I just thought it was funny. Different league.
Weird names. Cool badge. Or I don't know if you like the River Plate badge, but identical almost. So tune in. I think Bolivia's also they got Always Ready. Yeah, Always Ready. Yeah, I see that. And then Go Ahead Eagles. No, that's in the Dutch league, I think. Yeah, that's in the Dutch league. I got Sac Republic versus Monterrey. Not Monterrey Bay FC here locally. To differentiate. A bit of a local clásico. Our Monterrey Bay FC, who started off red hot under Jordan Stewart, has been kind of cooling off lately. They got to pick it up now. Aquí, this is when you get ready for playoffs. So let's pick it up. Yeah, they're right outside of playoffs as well. No. Liga MX starts this weekend as well. Possibly. I know America starts this weekend. Yeah, you guys do. America plays Querétaro this weekend. Depending on results in Liga MX in Leagues Cup, America will be playing Querétaro. America needs to bring it back to Liga MX and show que están listos. Even without any important names or big transfers coming in, they can beat, which is one of the weaker teams in Querétaro. Pero, I mean, we'll have to wait and see because America is really inconsistent and they're really pissing me off. In NWSL, I got another Clásico, Seattle Reign versus Portland Thorns. I have a soft spot in my heart for Portland teams for some reason. I love Portland Thorns. Went to one of their games. The stadium it's not going to be there at their stadium, but the stadium is one of my favorite in the world that I've seen. But I'm hoping to go to a Portland Thorns game in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully we do a little road trip. But Clásico de Mujeres, you got to support La Mexicana Reina Reyes, the outside back, the Portland. Venga mi Thorns. Next time you're there, hit me up y a ver si te traes una jersey o algo, pa. I got the Portland Thorns one, the black one with the that one's cool, yeah. Hells yeah, brother. All right, folks. Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe anywhere that you're listening to us. Share us with a friend so that we can keep growing. We got to hit 500 subs. At least, guys. Por favor. Quickly. Also, FPL, Budget League, Fantasy Premier League budget is on. Hit us up if you want to join. 25 entry fee, monthly winners, overall winners at the end of the season. Somebody needs to beat me, bro. If not, it's a donation straight to the golsided wallet, which I'm cool with. I mean, all right. Appreciate y'all. We'll talk soon. Peace.